What's going on, guys? I'm very much aware of the bags under my eyes right now. Because why is it echoing like that? What the fuck? I'm very aware of the bags under my eyes. I am very aware of the bags under my eyes right now. Who gives a fuck? I'm just gonna go. There's like an echo or some shit. I swear to God. Anyways, so bags are under my eyes because I'm just doing shit right now. It's just all there is to it. I don't give a fuck about Valentine's Day. That's the last thing on my mind right now. Like, seriously. If this had just been my money, I probably would be like smoking. So I'm probably gonna smoke here in a minute. But you know, I'd be like just smoking and like, oh, babe, I can't believe I'm out 90K. You know what? We'll just figure out the tax thing and carry the two. Because I just don't give a fuck. It's my own thing. I do shit all the time that I don't even pay attention to. Because it's my own shit. I don't give a fuck. My niece's money got mixed into this bullshit, and she's 10. And this bitch is, like, you don't understand. This bitch can show up right now with, like, she's like, I just got back from, like, you know, whatever the fuck. She could show up with, like, $1 bajillion and be like, here you go, your investment paid off and all that bullshit, and everything's fine. And all that would mean is that she's probably going to be able to work out a deal with the prosecutor, so that way she gets a plea bargain or a plea deal. It's out of my hands at this point in time. It was the stupidest thing in the world to do, and you did it willingly, you did it purposefully, and you explained it entirety to me. It's like you wanted to get caught. I do not give a fuck. It's out of my hands right now. I am so upset. If I would have never listened to that stupid whore, I would still have all my silver and my theta, and things would be fine. The reason why I listened to that stupid whore is because I wanted to do something good for other people. This stupid bitch is the fakest bitch in the fucking planet. I do not care about her bubbles. I don't care about her toasts or whatever the fuck it is. Do you want to know why she hasn't done a bubble in a week? Because I haven't talked to her in a week. In case you haven't noticed, what her fucking morning routine was to get me up at ass o'clock in the morning and ask me a bunch of stupid questions, and then while I'm taking a shit and getting coffee, she'd be tweeting out to you fuckers on her bubble thing, or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't give a shit. This bitch habitually steps over lines and stepped over one way too big this time. There's nothing in the world that's gonna look. It's out of my hands. I got the feds involved, and I paid a separate entity that is going to get on commission a percentage of what they recover and all that bullshit. And that involves prosecutions and all that bullshit. Like, you stepped over the wrong line. That's just what it is. It makes no sense whatsoever. It makes no sense whatsoever. It really does not make any sense. Why would you do this? It just doesn't make any sense. I even try to think about it from like a feelings point of view, and it doesn't make any sense. And that's where I realize it kind of does make sense, because it's all my fault. And you know what? Since it is Valentine's Day, I have to do this. Hold on. I have to get into the right... I cannot believe I'm going to do this. This is so embarrassing. Don't worry, Milla. That bitch is going to fry. That bitch can kick rocks. The only thing... Uncle ain't even going to visit that bitch in prison. Alright? That bitch... If that bitch returns everything this instant, all she will have control over is the setting of the temperature at which this bitch is going to fry at. Is she going to be a crepe or a creme brulee? It's up to her. She likes French shit, right? Now, I don't know, up until Up until this bitch stole money. Do you wanna know why I was like going along with Tiffany and all that bullshit? Because what Tiffany's doing to me, I, without meaning to, have been doing to someone off and on. And once I realized it, I stopped. And she's just so damn pretty, is what it is. And she just so there's this girl that I met. I had just left Charlottesville, actually, and I remember I met her because I was trying to hit on one of her friends, and then in the process of hitting on her friend, I realized that she was there and that she was much hotter than her friend. And I still only had a GED, but I was working a trade job, so I was like, oh man, I can't let this bitch know that I'm stupid, so I have to like go try to like let her think I'm smart. So I remember she just graduated with like systems engineering degree from UVA, and I had a GED, and I was trying to like buy her notes so I could study her notes and like learn her shit to catch up, I guess, or whatever the fuck. Anyways, and then I tried to like, I guess, do to her what Tiffany is doing to me or was doing to me before she crossed the line habitually, which is like always very politely not go away. She's just so goddamn pretty. I swear to God, I saw you and I was like, you're so pretty. I didn't realize that you're that pretty. And I think all the other girls are not as pretty as you. Anyways, so she made an Instagram, and I was like, I can't follow you, because if I follow you, they're write like articles about you in Korea. They're in Rolling Stone Korea, and they write articles about you in Vogue Korea. And even though you're Korean and you are only #2 Korean beauty queen, they might still take an interest in you enough to write an article about you. And I left it at that, and I told her she looks nice. Now look, the reason why I even bring this up is because all of this, really all of this, is my fault, because it started because that bitch finally gave me a chance, right? And I was almost 300 pounds. I was like, I wasn't at my fattest yet, but I was like getting there, because after this bitch, that's when I was like, hey, fat Puerto Rican bitch who told me all that shit you feel about me, since the Asian bitch told me no, do you want to give it a shot? It's kind of what it was, right? And then I saw Tiffany, and I was like, oh, no way. So in a way, this could be like full circle, right? Anyways, but, so, oh yeah, and this bitch knew PK. So I was like, oh my God, you know PK? I had, like, when I worked at Thai 99, that's when I had a lot of legal trouble. We'll just call it that. Dude, I almost got sent to jail, like prison during that. They tried to charge me with a class 6 felony, and I had to defend myself with nothing but Googling the state charter, because the public defender would not help me. And because of that, on the other case, I got the state delegate to help me. That was some crazy times. Anyways, and then this super pretty little Korean girl. Oh my God. Grace. She actually, so then like she's like, all right, fine. You know, you've been very persistent, and you make me laugh, and you're very confident for someone with a GED. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a shot. So she gave me a shot, and to be quite honest, I was a little bit pissed off that she made me wait that long. So I was like, fuck you, #2 Korean beauty queen. And I like threw that in her face that she was #2 Korean beauty queen, and I was like, eat shit. And then I kept talking to her anyways, and she like never blocked me or never like unfollowed me or any of that bullshit. She just like, she's like, you're an asshole. I was like, you're the asshole for making me wait this long. You know you want it. But anyways, so then after that, she got really pissy at me. So what I did is I was like, there's probably no way I can ever repair this. So the next best thing would be to use her as a form. Oh shit! Hold on, I have to log out. I forgot about that. Hold on a second. Yeah, my bad. I was babbling too long. I forgot to log out, so I logged out now. I'm gonna get a second job where I do the same thing of like wiggling the mouse and every now and then doing some work to all that shit. And I made some pretty. I mean, I could have traded a little bit better, but I'm still trading good. Using the Williams percent R, it's pretty good. What's it called? I'm down a little bit in price, but my crypto count is up, and I'm withdrawing $350, and I'm really only down like $200, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, so I'll get this shit back, no problem. I'm not worried about that. Oh yeah, I need that. Anyways, so what was I talking about? It's Grace, that stupid fucking really hot Korean bitch. Breaking my balls all the time, and every time I go somewhere, someone seems to know her, and I'm like, why does everyone know this bitch? Is she really that pretty? It's so annoying. But that not she's pretty. She's not. It's not annoying that she's pretty. It's annoying that everyone also thinks she's pretty, because it's like then I'm gonna get into a fight over some stupid bullshit, because it's just they just do that shit. They want to feel special and attention and shit like that. Anyways, so what was it? Oh yeah. So then it just so happened that at this time just so happened to be when Cicada happened and the Silk Road and Tor and Bitcoin for the first time, and she actually remembers when Coinbase, I think she does, because that's when I had to leave the power plant, and then that's when Coinbase stole my 10 Bitcoin back when Bitcoin was $2,000. And I thought 20,000 was a lot of money back then. Anyways, and then I don't know why. Probably because I was on something from Silk Road. I was like, remember when I tried to buy your notes and you wouldn't give them to me? And I like did some crazy fucking 7-page script wireless attack that actually worked, because back then, what do you mean back then still? Wireless security is like bullshit. But I sent it to her at her job. So essentially I was like, well, she's not blocking me. She's just not talking to me. So she's not saying yes, but she's not saying no. So I'll just turn her into a walking honey token and use her for my own needs. And then I basically turned her into an unwitting command control server, I guess you could call it. Because it's like she kind of became my eyes and ears without knowing it, which is, oh god damn it, that sounds kind of creepy. See, but that's kind of why I was like giving Tiffany a pass, because I didn't mean it in a creepy, I meant it in like, look at all the ways I can be, I can use my ingenuity to invent things, not, oh shit, I didn't realize that having control of your phone meant I did not mean it. I swear to God. And like, to be quite honest, people were like, "Oh, so were you going through all of her pics?" And I was like, "I could have. I was just relaying the signal that I needed from my, like, I was using it to spoof like my numbers and my IPs and shit like that." But I was like, I could have been doing that. Could I have? But anyways, um, I think she liked it because then she started dyeing her hair blonde and wearing sunglasses because now it was around the time that I started using social media. And then she changed her name from Grace, I'm not going to say her last name, to Grace G. Like GG, like Tiffany and her amazing friends, GG. So like, I don't get this K-pop shit, but whatever, right? Anyways, so I just, in a perfect world, way back in the day, in 2014, just before Cicada, 2013, just before Cicada, this pretty little girl, Korean number two is a fantastic. Look, I gotta tell you something else. You wanna know what? You're lucky you didn't get number one. If you would have got number one, you wanna know what would have happened? You'd be fucking retarded, brain dead, like Tiffany motherfucking Wang. Tiffany is either the dumbest criminal on the planet who gave away the entire thing, or she is the most naive person on the planet who is being used as a money mule for the past fucking years. And then she told it, and then she when I told her, it was an illegal exchange, after she called me a capitalist, Stephanie, what the fuck her name is, Miss Huang, after she called me a capitalist, and after she called me not wanting to make money, and then she claims she never bribed me, but she basically bribed me to help her secure her website and make it like more realistic. I mean, it's secure in the sense like they've paid for security, allegedly. It's secure in the sense they've paid for security. It's not secure in the sense that, like, if you were doing this shit, you should be doing it on the dark web. There's any footprint is wrong, especially in the cloud. What the fuck would you use AWS, allegedly, you stupid piece of shit? Anyways, and it probably really is her uncle now. Because I remember when they were like basically interviewing me, some fucking douchey losers asking me all these cloud questions. And I was like, why don't you just put your NAC inside your gateway? That way your API could be your NAC and your gateway is your everything. And and they were like, why did I think of that? And then they did it! You I told them how to build it. Oh, then, okay. No, it's cool. I'll go for the hinges, allegedly. In a video game. Okay, so. No, I told her it was fake. And then she yelled at me for telling her it was fake. And then she said, but if it was fake, how did I pay for my car and my house and all those tours, or like whatever the fuck she went on for all those years, like Magnetic Moon and all that bullshit. So you want to know what? If the roles were reversed, then Tiffany motherfucking Wang would be a $200,000 to $250,000 a year salaried, super hot Korean bitch who looks like a fashion model, dresses like a K-pop star, gosh, she's so hot. This is the thing, like, it's not like I don't have like a thing for East Asians or whatever the fuck Tiffany tries to say. It's just like I think that the amount of effort that they put into, like it's like it looks. I think she's pretty. You can fuck off, right? I'm gonna do whatever I want. But anyways, so like I just think it's fucked up that like this crazy bitch is stalking me. But it's not, man, it's stalking me. It's like, because that's like, what am I doing to Grace, right? I just know she's there, and every now and then I check up on her. Maybe she does. You know what? I'm just gonna follow her. Tell you what. You can tell all the Korean magazines. There you go, Grace. There you go. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. That bitch really is pretty, isn't she? That bitch is so pretty. Yeah. Alright, I follow that bitch. It's the least I can do. 2 other jobs want to hire me. That's the other thing. That other job, assholes, they started putting money in a 401k for me, even though I told them I didn't want to. So now I got to go through that thingy and pull it out. This one's only 115. I'm not doing that shit. It's fully remote though. Principal software engineer. That's a lot of meetings. I don't think I want to do that. Just give me some consulting bullshit. I can do it on the side. I can wiggle the mouse. I can do my charts and do all my trading. And what is this one? Information assurance engineer. God damn it. Why are they lowball? Everyone's... The economy, man. Everyone's trying to lowball. So you gotta keep your certs up. That's the other thing. Like, imagine if I was one of these douches who, like... like, begged for money and all that stupid bullshit, right? Then right now, I'd be like, oh, no, please, you need to open up a GoFundMe, because... Nah, I'm gonna get paid again. I gotta pay those cyber hunters the other $1,000 to fucking get the... I'm pissed off that that bitch is traveling. That bitch is supposed to be on... This bitch is gonna fry. Okay? This bitch is going to fry. She literally stole candy from a baby. Grace would never do that. Grace went to Guatemala or some shit like that and did missionary, whatever the fuck. That's how I ran into her the first time. She just got back from some stupid bullshit like that, and I was giving them a ride, or I gave one of her friends a ride, or I don't really recall. I just remember that she was prettier than all the other ones. And somehow it became this. So, but whatever. So I'm gonna go back to... I have to get a lift in today. But I'm probably just going to do dumbbells. But I'm just going to get back to doing what I was doing. This is some fucked up. I'm going to say this shit, okay? This fucking stupid Chiball bullshit. That stupid whore. She was like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well, I know the something of Police Korea. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well, the CEO of this or that Korea. I'm not trying to be a douche, and I totally dig your national pride and all that bullshit, but let me just back that soul train up for a second, alright? Now, you know how, like, over the summer, when Forever One dropped, and I fucking yelled at you for interrupting my move, and yelling at me, and allowing me to talk to you, and all that stupid horse shit, you stupid fucking... Remember all that bullshit? And then, like, Korean Rolling Stones made a fucking article about me, right? And then I yelled at them, and they got my account suspended, and all that bullshit. Alright? Why do you think it says Korea Rolling Stone instead of Rolling Stone? Right? Because there's another one of them, right? Like in January, right? Like when regular MTV did the article about that song you did, I Got a Boy, which is one of the songs that I noticed your ass in, and then you referenced me in that. Okay? Do you want to know why they didn't say MTV Korea? Okay? Because you were already on regular MTV. They didn't have to say MTV Korea. Alright? So when you're saying shit like, I'm going to get the so-and-so best lawyer of Korea, all right? I'm going to get the best computer software of Korea, right? I'm motherfucking telling you, I'm going to get the motherfucking best. Period. Your ass is going to fry for this shit. It's just what it is. And I told you, look, it don't gotta be Grace. I don't fucking, to be quite honest, Grace has a cute friend named Shirley or some other bullshit like that. I just know that I used to work with one of her brothers, and then they all try to get me fired or some bullshit like that because, well, to be totally honest, they were chop shopping the company, and then they were spying on everyone. So then I started fucking around with the Connecticut office because everyone made a big deal. Look, there was this Heather bullshit. Oh my god, that stupid hag. That bitch was trying to get laid, and then that made her boss, who was the director of marketing, who was married, jealous. And then she grabbed me and basically made out with me and shoved her hand down my pants. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then it became a whole HR thing. And anyway, so that's how I met Shirley, or whatever the fuck her name was. So it don't gotta be Grace. But I'm just saying, like, I told you, 10 years from now, I'm gonna be having a nice family dinner. And whoever the fuck, I'm with is gonna be like, should we set a place for Tiffany? And I'll be like, that bitch ain't gonna come in. She's just gonna stare at us. She might text us a few times, but that bitch ain't gonna come anywhere. And then, you know what? Actually, we might all visit her in prison. All of us. As a family. We'll say, hi Tiffany, thank you for stealing from kids. Everyone, don't do what Tiffany did, otherwise you'll end up, you see her skin? She doesn't have time to do skincare in prison. They don't do skincare in prison. You know what they do in prison? They do manual labor. Kids, can you say manual labor? Okay, say bye Tiffany, have fun with your manual labor in prison. That's how it's going to be. Sonny. All that bullshit. I still like Jessica. I still like Taeyeon. If I'm being totally honest, happy Valentine's Day, Grace.